Hi everyone, hello, how are you? Oh, my camera's disappeared, so just bear with me for a minute. Here you go, there I am. How are you? How are you all? I hope you're well. Right, so how is everybody? And we need to take that back one. There we go. Right, we are sorted. Okay, so how are you all? You're going to say hi to me, type your comments there, and we'll be able to say hello to you as we wait for a few more people to join us for this tarot training. And today we're doing the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands. So brilliant cards, all about the fire energy or the fire signs, and that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Hi there, thank you. How are you? Good to see you. Nice that we have people joining us. So we've got plenty of goodies for you today, and more importantly, bits and pieces where I can actually show people a little bit about how to read the cards. It's what I do, and I'm happy to share that with you. So just bear with me for 1 second. I seem to have an out of date setting here on my chat box. That's still showing up from last night, would you believe? Okay, let's just see. Okay, is it refreshing? Right, so yeah, I'm confirming that. I'm going to have to type in again there. Okay, seems to be done. Okay, so lovely. Now, I've got a few people watching here, and this is all about how you can read the cards. And I've taught this to many people over the years, as in different ways and different platforms. And they've gone on to actually have a career out of reading tarot cards, whether it's been on the phone lines, whether they've actually been doing social media, shall I say, those kind of things, or whether they've gone on to actually read for people in mind, bodies, spirit exhibitions, or things of that nature, psychic fairs, various things, and also maybe offering readings on things like Instagram, Facebook, and what have you. So that's something that I've taught, a very unique method. You won't find this method anywhere else. That's my signature method. However, for the purpose of the platform on YouTube, it's such a big, long sort of old course, and I can't work with you as individuals. I recorded it all on my new website, which is tarotcourses.online. So you can have a look at that whenever you want to. Okay. Hi, Sherry. Hi, happy Saturday to you too. Hope you are well. Right. Just bear with me for a moment. I noticed that my WhatsApp was going off. Okay. Right, okay, that's fine. Somebody looking for booking tomorrow, that's fine. So I've got time and not got to panic that they want something today. Right, so the Five of Wands, what's it all about? Well, in our scene there, we can see the cast of characters look as if they're in a bit of a mock battle. They've all got their wands, they don't appear to be getting along. They actually look as if it's a case of wanting to sort of bring some sort of conflict or challenges amongst themselves. And that's exactly what this is. So when we see any fives in tarot, we know whether it's a suit of wands or swords or cups or pentacles, that there's some sort of struggle going on. The suit will tell you where it is affecting that person in what area. And when it's wands, it's action. So Five of Wands is physical battles, things that they cannot kind of navigate, things that they have got that are causing problems. Okay, people, please do look. This is not actually about readings. No readings, no. Okay, just want to say that this is about tarot training for people that want to learn how to read the cards. So, Zara Ali, are you listening to me? It is not about that. You've typed a couple of times there. I'm sorry you missed it. It was last night. It's usually on Fridays, but for those that are watching, I'm probably going to be streaming on Thursday evening due to a commitment on Friday for me to socialise with some of my neighbours, and so therefore I won't be available on Friday at 5 as usual. I'll try and do it on Thursday at 5. I will try and put an announcement out there. So, hello and welcome to all of you. And Sherry, it's lovely to have you along. Rini, no, it's not readings. And Zara, no, it's not readings. Sorry about that. Okay, so conflict, disagreements, competition, tension, diversity. So things are not happening when we see the Five of Wands in a certain area of our life. Now, that would all depend upon the card that it pops up with. So, for example, let's see what we've got here. Bear with me. Okay, let's just say that it came up with this card, the Star card. Okay, and if you got the Five of Wands with the Star card, it would be showing that there is physical battles to do with healing, your wishes, the community, networking, all sorts of different things. But if we actually put that with, let's say, it came up with the Chariot, those physical battles would be going on in the domestic side of one's life, because the Chariot is all about our domestic matters. So you see, when you put two cards together, I'm just giving you a brief example. I can't possibly go into it all with you, not on this platform, because this is individual cards. I'm only doing 2 a week, okay? So I like to mention where this goes later so that you can progress, so that you can go much, much further. And that is what I want for you, okay? For you to have the option and the choice to be able to, if you wish, become a professional, or to develop your skills as a reader for whatever your heart's desire actually is, okay? So, challenges, daily setbacks, despite what they're doing, things are setting them back. You know, they are having conflict. And our cast of characters there can actually make us feel that it is a mock battle, that everyone around us seems to want a piece of us or wants to actually get in the way of what we're doing. By the way, I'm sorry about the banging that's going on. There's builders around us. I have waited all day and I just simply won't be able to kind of do 2 late nights. It's much later for me where I live to where you are, and have done early morning readings, which I was doing today. So I jump on at the weekend when I possibly can. All right. Let's see, you know, wherever it takes us at the weekends, but it's usually Friday at 5. This week, however, will be Thursday at 5. Oh gosh, sorry. It's the nature of live stream. Sorry. I hope it's not putting you all off. I will edit out what I can later. Okay. I should have got myself some water. I'm very, very dry, so excuse me. Pour a little drop of water into my glass. So struggles and arguments can be coming about as a result of the battles that are going on with others, okay? And you may be arguing, or you may be finding it difficult. There may be hassles and maybe annoyances and irritations. So yeah, it definitely feels as if it's, you know, one of those things. I've just been told my water's on its way. I actually have mine, thank you. I've got a bottle with me. I just forgot to pour it into the glass. So thank you, Tony. It's fine. Rather than being able to work towards a common goal, you're finding yourself running into constant opposition, usually to do with the actions. Now, this can be work because it's the wands, it can be projects, it can be planning, it can be the physical matters that go on with others. So it can make life difficult. And, you know, it's not an easy card, but you can't say where it's happening unless you actually see its pair. So you'd need the major arcana card beside it to help you along, okay? So it's one of those things where in tarot the fives typically represent conflict and change. And this card indicates that you are in the midst of battle, tension, and competition with other people, and it's impacting your ability to move forwards with your goals. So it just feels as if everyone wants a piece of you, and they're trying to sabotage or hold you back in some sort of way that makes you actually just feel like, crikey, what on earth is going on? We all have them. You can find it, for example, let's say that you got the Fool with this card, and the Fool kind of went on to say to you, look, I'm starting some new project here, and you get this. You're going to find that there's some physical difficulties, despite the very best laid plans. And it's just going with the flow and kind of saying, right, okay, it's tiresome, it's difficult, it's a setback, and whatever I'm doing, I've got to keep going and navigating and trying to sort of find a solution to be able to navigate the road bumps, as it were. So 5 of Wands is always about physical battles to do with work, projects, actions that we take, things that are really actually happening. It's not what's going on in your head. That's Swords, It's not what you're feeling. That's Cups, our emotions. And it's certainly not Pentacles, which is, a reality of something materialistic. So this is actions, the things that we do, the actions that we take. I went and did X and it had a consequence. I was digging my garden and I got into conflict because I found that I hit a brick wall, that kind of thing. Just as a stupid example, but something that would actually make you go, right. So it was a physical challenge. Yes, it's not something that you are just manifesting in your head. All right. And it's not battles with money because there's no money there. That's not what this is about, So that is our 5 of Wands. Any questions, anybody? Right, okay. I'm going to play you a little bit about my course, which is the Wands, that if you want to actually really, really learn the Wands, then take a little look at this. She said. And here we have on the screen the minor arcana, the suit of Wands, the fire family, which is what we're studying right now. So this course allows you to learn the symbology of the Rider-Waite-based decks and the element of fire and what it really means in a reading. So there's 10 individual videos here from Ace of Wands to the 10 of Wands. You can learn all about the suit of Wands and what each individual card actually means. I did not include the court cards here. I've done them as a separate course for you to learn all of the 16 court cards, which I will show to you. But for now, the suit of Wands is associated with the element of fire, which is hot, wildly unpredictable, and dynamic. Wands are the fiery cards of the spirit and associated with passion and inspiration. Here's a little bit about me as your instructor, and this suit of Wands will teach you all about the energy that symbolizes human willpower. This course is designed to teach both spiritual novices and experts alike. Here you will learn the positive and negatives of the suit of Wands. This course can help you move on to all of the minor arcana. I am back, and it's took me to the wrong scene, so I'm still here because what we are going to do is move into the 6 of Wands, everybody. So 6 of Wands, victory and triumph. So after the battles and the challenges, one does get to a point of being able to say, do you know what, I cracked it. I navigated those road bumps. I have managed to come up with a victory and a triumph, which is usually hard-earned and well-deserved. This card's about victory and your own self-esteem. and a time where your accomplishments are recognised and applauded. So it's about travelling and continuing the success of your journey. And again, this is action, action, action. Good news is coming. Okay, that's what it's all about. Sorry, just bear with me for a second. I just want to make sure that you can see me properly. I had something going a bit odd with my camera. I hope that you've got me as I want you to. Okay, so that's the scene. Bear with me, folks. Okay. No, I'm really sorry. For some strange reason, what we've got is a victory and a triumph, and things are usually very well deserved. And this card is about victory and self-esteem. So it's traveling with continued success, where good news is coming. And it's a person who has received multiple successes. Good news if a post of application has been tried for. What does that mean? If you've gone for an interview, if you've actually kind of wanted to actually find something that's a job and that you are happy. Bear with me. I'm really sorry. This is just giving me a really hard time today. I'm hoping that it sticks with that, and I hope that you can actually see me with the PDF behind me. Sherry, can you see that I've got a purple background behind me? If not, something is definitely just not streaming correctly. Not sure if that's going through. Well, this is a card, the Six of Wands is a card where you can say that if somebody is looking for a job, that is exactly the card that you would want to be able to share with them and say, look, you know, your hard work's going to pay off. It's going to actually happen. Oh, fantastic. Sherry, thank you so much, because kept kind of flicking back on my side, previewing what was next. I'm sorry. Sometimes that happens. And I try so hard. It's just difficult sometimes to make sure that what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. I don't like to be watching my phone and see what's coming through on another screen. But there you go. Another monitor wouldn't go amiss, but even though I've got one at the side there, it's not actually that easy to reach. So forgive me. Right. So the passing of exams and the post of application. So job interviews. Will I get to an interview? Six of Wands pops up? Absolutely. Will I pass the interview? Six of Wands pops up? Absolutely. Obviously, it depends where it is. It's no good coming up in the wishes, because that's what they're wishing for. So that's the other thing about the course that I actually teach. It goes on to show you the position of what it actually means, and it's very accurate. It's based upon astrology. I would call it a tarot to some degree. And yeah, you know, it's knowing that you get certain cards, but where is it in that person's life? Is it in their thoughts? Is it in their feelings? Is it in their intentions? Is it in their emotions? Is it in the action? Is it in the tarot's advice? Is it in something that's tangible? When is it happening? How is it happening? Where? Who? What? Where? And why? And if they are not going in the direction they want to, what can they do in order to change course? And that's something that I can really help you with the courses, okay? The individual courses for beginners are all about the cards themselves. You can choose which ones, but the actual courses to get you going is intermediate and advanced, to be able to do the technique that I use that really clarifies everything. And I took you right through every part of that. So yes, it depends. It's no good just going, oh yes, definitely it means that, and oh, you know, I'm not going to back down from that. It's like, where? Is it what they want? Is it what they're wishing for? People often say when they've had a reading, maybe it's because I was wishing for it. Maybe it's because I'm daydreaming about it. They picked up on it and it's not going to happen after all. What do? I've lost heart in my reading. You don't want to actually have somebody feel like that. I wouldn't want to feel like that as the reader or the querent, which is the person that's actually having the reading with you. Okay, so good news if a post of application has been tried for and a card of promotion. Yay! So when somebody says, am I going to get that promotion? This is what you're looking for. Okay, and the passing of exams. My darling, lovely Sonia this week has had an exam every day, and on day one, Monday, she had 2. So we looked at each individual exam on Sunday, and then she sort of phoned Monday morning before the first one and said, "Please, can you look at this morning one? I'm really nervous. I think I'm okay in the afternoon." And in the afternoon, she phoned back for 10 minutes and said, "Gosh, can you look at how I did on the one in the afternoon?" So this was coming up for Sonia all the way, by the way. I'm just saying you've no idea who she is, so it's neither here nor there. But this is what I was looking for. And I was looking for it in the outcome and in the actions, and in the spread. You get the physical, the intellectual, the emotional, the spiritual. So that will define between also the subconscious and the conscious reality, which is very different. And so that is why I love the method of what I actually give in a reading, okay? And I can help you with that if that's what you want to do. If you want to go on further, tarotcourses.online, which was actually organically brought about by doing the tarot workshop 2 years ago with a small group in my Talk Tarot group on Facebook, where I streamed into YouTube and Facebook, just those two at the time, and they loved it and went on and said, "Come on, give us more." So I went off to make it for you, okay? Simply because I've taught it before, and who would have known we'd have a pandemic where people actually got into the habit of working much, much more remotely. So you see, you can make your dreams come true by having a job that you love. I made mine happen, and it was hard work. Lots of wands, lots of hard work for me. Lots of study, which was my passion, but lots of creative process went into what I wanted it to be. Even the PDFs, I knew what I wanted them to look like, and the first ones Angela made for me. The second ones we put together, bit from her, bit from me, and with my new courses, I did them all on my own because it's developed from one thing to the next. So that's life, isn't it? We progress. Even though I'm no designer, I knew what I wanted, and jolly well made sure that I worked at it till I got the desired outcome. So receiving letters of congratulations, that's quite an old-fashioned statement, isn't it? It's emails this day and age. So yeah, it does mean that. It's also getting diplomas and degrees and being successful. So let's just say that this one popped up with, there it is, okay, the Chariot. Now, if you had that with the Chariot, you could actually say, right, somebody's passing something to do with on-road travel, okay? Because the Chariot is also to do with matters that go on the road. So it could quite likely be passing an exam for driving test, or, something of that nature. Or there's a victory with home, because the Chariot card is linked to our domestic life and our home life, okay? So again, it would depend on where it comes up in the spread and how you would be able to interpret that with the other cards that are around it. Okay, so diplomas and degrees, public recognition. Somebody might want to actually be acknowledged for something. They've made a success, they've done something, they've had a victory, they've put a charity together, they've done something in the way or in the line of being able to actually get that recognition publicly for their actions, okay? It's all about progress. So the Six of Wands comes after the battle of the Five of Wands and suggests that not only have you achieved your goals, but you're receiving public acknowledgement for your efforts. Well, I was just saying this morning, before I came online, to Tony, as in after a couple of readings that I'd had, and while I went to get a coffee, I've still not had it. That's me all over. So I want to just get this and show this on this afternoon's show. it was very much a case of saying, I remember speaking to a friend of mine who is a client, and she said, you know, you'll get better at making videos, you really will. And I said, oh gosh, how many? And this was right at the beginning oh gosh, 2 years ago, 2.5, December, 2.5 years ago. And she said, oh, probably make about 200, 300, and then you'll get good. And I was like, what? You telling me I'd give up by then? You really would. You know, it's like, oh, kidding me. Absolutely kidding me. So, yeah, it's one of those things. So, let me try and move scenes. Bear with me. I'm hoping it will come up to where I want it to. Let's try this one. Here I am, okay. Okay. So, this is your comments coming up here on the right-hand side. Not so many as when we actually do the big live stream, like last night, where there was, I think it was 195 or 198 comments, just short of 200 in that first hour, which was lovely. And we just went slightly over that in time. So, yeah, you know, this is sort of what was happening. I've got some cards for you, as I always do, just to kind of show you different examples. So let me just try and zoom and pan, not me, but my background. So just bear with me. Let's try and bring that up a little bit more there. Okay, so just bear with me for 1 second. Lovely. I hinted about a coffee. Guess what's just arrived? Thank you very much. There you go. I think that he chose the cup that matches my top. Look at that. Branded colours or what? Sorry. I'm sorry about the background noise. Okay, so I'm zooming and panning this one here to try and show you. Gosh, to lift that a little bit more. There we go. Right. I'm going to try and move that to there. Okay. Right. So hopefully you can see that this is the Five of Wands that comes from the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. That's the one I just had on the screen for you. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You know, I'll put it on my PDF. Incidentally, if anybody wants a copy of the PDF that I offer for free, it's a white copy of the purple background that you just saw me sitting in. You are welcome to write to me at hello@tarotcourses.online. Okay. I do have a copy of that. I'll try and put it up on the screen in a moment once we've gone through this. Had it all ready, and then time, of course, just kind of, as it usually does, I run out of time. I really do. I've been editing video last night to sort of put up on YouTube because the live version, it's not fair to actually not edit out the bits that are a bit boring or not really relevant to somebody watching it 2 days later or whatever. So I've been doing that. I've had clients, looked after the puppies, edited out the puppies because they were sort of making an appearance last night. They came in to say hello, Jack and Jill. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And I had all this stuff ready and I was doing it. And builders are around us, and you don't want to look down the stairs because they are working on the stairs, and there's just bits and pieces everywhere. So with the best intentions and all of my work, it's you've only got to see the ones. Okay, so sorry about that. I am hoping I might be able to just pop on another scene for you in a bit. So the Five of Wands in the Radiant Rider-Waite deck is lovely. And again, hello@tarotcourses.online is how you can write to me for your free bullet point PDF of the one used in this course on YouTube and Facebook and wherever you're watching from. Okay, so 5 of Wands in Radiant Rider-Waite, traditional, really easy to read. You can tell they're having a battle. Then we've got my new deck that I'd like you to watch the video of, the Tripping Waite Tarot, which I've put up, I think yesterday. That went up yesterday. It's a gorgeous deck, as you can see. Still shows mock battle going on amongst a group of people who are fighting or not getting on, having their challenges. Look at the colours. Absolutely fabulous deck. And that is the Tripping Waite Tarot. I like colourful decks, but I also, more than anything, what would make me buy a deck is its symbology, more than its artwork. Okay, I love the artwork too, but symbology for me would be first. Artwork is very close second. And I've got lots of decks for those reasons. Okay, so this is an absolutely beautiful deck. This comes from Tarot Collectibles. I'm not in the habit of, I'm not in any way, I don't get anything for showing you this or whatever. It's just that they're my collection, and I know it's helpful to see other decks and decide what might work for you or what would be a definite no-no, or what you might like but might not be able to use. Is probably more like it. You might like lots of things but not be able to work with them. I totally get that. Okay, so I would say these two, no problems. Okay, then we've got the Robin Wood Tarot, and again, you know, you've got that scene of 5 people in battle. The Robin Wood Tarot is lovely. It's colourful. It's it doesn't have too much going on in the background. It's got that kind of sketchy sort of coloured in sketchbook feel to me. I love it. Absolutely love it. I have to admit, it's a smaller deck for smaller hands, and that was one of the big reasons that I went for the Robin Wood. If you look, you know, especially if you're like me and shuffling like crazy all the time, and I just use a card. There's some really big cards. When I'm shuffling, I hope you can see, you know, literally. It is stretching all the time, pulling on the tendons all the time. Where did that come from? Make sure I put it the right way up. Okay, I'll pop it there so I know to put it back properly. But this one is smaller. It's definitely smaller. Okay, and so it's a deck made for small hands. Okay. Still a bit of a stretch for me, but I always manage it. You know, this hand supports. Can't turn my wrist quite the way I used to be able to. Again, a tendon. But where there's a will, there's a way, folks. You know, I find ways, and, you know, you see me shuffling like crazy, despite the aches and pains. Okay, right. And last but not least, the Master Tarot deck, Astrology Answers. Okay, I'll put that in the description as I usually do. Lovely deck. Again, these are very much Rider-Waite sort of based compared to the ones I've been showing you quite recently. So if you're looking for a deck and what you think might work, it's lovely. And what speaks to you out of those 4 choices? What would be your choice? What would you feel most comfortable reading with? I think, you know, was it you, Sherry, that said you got probably about 60 decks, you know? What are they? You know, what's your favourite? People ask you that all the time. Hard to say. I would say I have a current favourite that changes all the time. At Christmas, I was enjoying the Winter Waite. Then after Christmas, the Groovy Waite. Now I'm enjoying the Tripping. And I know that the Shuffle Tarot, which is another video I made this week. See, I've been busy. I really have. I've been doing lots and lots and lots of things to try and help you all understand. I'm just moving the camera there a little bit more, so hopefully you can actually see that. See it in a bit more. Yeah. So there you go. You've got the 5s there in the Radiant, the Tripping, the Robin Wood, and the Master Tarot deck. So let's just show you. I'm always getting them out of the boxes. Well, you know, I'm 5 minutes in. It takes forever to write the description of what I'm doing. I know I could just say I'm coming on and doing readings, or I'm coming on and doing free tarot training, but I don't think that's terribly helpful to too many people. So I like to put the description as accurately as possible. It all takes time. Like you wouldn't believe them, despite as much copy and paste as you can have ready, you still got to put the date in and the description and the editing, and you think you can just chuck it on. I say, I'll be 10 minutes, 2 hours later. But it pays off because, you know, I don't want to leave people short of anything. If I can answer anything without you having to, you know, wait for a reply because I've provided you with what you need, then isn't that what it's all about? Okay. Oh gosh, sorry, Victor. Great course. Oh, brilliant, Victor. Thank you very much. Absolutely lovely. Lovely to sort of see there. Yeah, I think that, Victor, if you are going to come on and join me, what we'd need to talk about is that I'd want you to do the tuition with me. I don't mean talk about what's on the bullet points, but maybe let me interview you and ask you what you like about, you know, certain cards. You know, for example, let's just say, which one would you pick? You know, if somebody was to say to you, you can have any deck here that you want, which one would you go for? You know, if you didn't have to pay for it, that kind of thing. Or which one speaks to you the most, or which is the one that you feel would challenge you the most. That's kind of what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to sort of do, you know, and to actually say, well, you know, hold on a minute, let's say this one. When you're looking at that, what's the first thing that pops? You know, and you might say, mm-mm, and I'll say, mm-mm, and, you know, someone will type, no, I see this. That's what I'd like to do with you, Victor. Yeah, so it's a little bit of psychic development mixed in with our tarot training. So you'd come in the second part, like you see with the desk. Today it just, oh, you know, it's because I've got too many things. I did unboxing on eCam here. I did I did 3 unboxings. I recorded them, and then I wanted to put up the ones course as you saw. Let me see if I can actually just bring in one more thing. Let me put this on for a minute, just to remind you. Okay. Right, hold on. I seem to be stuck on what's called preview mode, and it won't let me do what I wanted to do. So it's saying go back to live mode or go back to publishing. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so let's try that one more time and see if that actually will work. It's a shame because I did have it here for you. No, it's not happening. I don't think anyway. Nope. Certainly not letting me. I'm really sorry, I don't know what and why I can't change scenes in the way that I normally could, but it's doing what it's doing, and I'll have to come out of it and fix it. So forgive me, folks, sorry about that. It is a big old shame. I'm going to see if I can drop that on there. There you go, there's me in the middle of it. Okay, so if you want, you can go into tarotcourses.online with me, Anne-Marie. Okay, there you can actually have number one, you can have an audio reading with me through Zoom. I don't do video. Or you can buy your course, or you can buy your workbook. I've got, gosh, what have I got? I've got the keywords there. I have got the journal there. I've got the major arcana, the minor arcana, the court cards, the intermediate, and the advanced. Okay, folks, I will see you again very, very soon. Until next time, which will actually be Thursday for live readings. I'm hoping around 5. It depends what's happening, so that we don't miss a live. For people to have their free read with the best will in the world, I'd like to do it Thursday. So that would be great. All right. And Saturday or Sunday for this. Okay. Sherry, you're welcome. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I couldn't change scenes. I think I've got stuck in something that's just not allowing what I'm doing at my end for you to actually see it. It's stuck, and I don't know whether it's published or live. I'm going to have a look at it now, and hopefully it'll all be sorted for next time. I do like things to go well. I tried so hard, but it's all learning, isn't it? I was doing the 5 of Wands. That's what was happening. So next time you see me, it'll be the 6 of Wands. Think of that, my darlings. Hopefully you enjoyed it today, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thanks for having me.